The latest monsoon rain-induced floods have killed almost a dozen people across Johor, Pahang, Kelantan, Terengganu, and Perak. In addition, it is set to deprive taxpayers of millions in aid, recovery, and rebuilding costs. But just as we have had a hand in exacerbating floods, we can also take corrective measures to reduce and eventually eradicate them. They include reforestation around low-lying, flood-prone areas. According to the Geographical Association, Malaysia suffers the ignominy of having the highest deforestation rate of any country in the world. From 2000 to 2012, Malaysia's rate of forest loss was at 14.4%, surpassing even Brazil and Indonesia. This amounts to 19,200 square kilometers, an area almost the size of Perak and more than double that of Selangor. The president of Pelindung Khazanah Alam, Sharifah Sabrina Said Akil, says, "It is not due to rain or weather factors. Big floods will not happen if we have enough trees to act as a sponge to control the flow of rainwater. What is happening now is that the forests are being cleared, causing rainwater to flow along with the sludge and logging waste." She's right on the money. To counter this, we need to institute laws that carry a strict penalty for logging or clearing vegetation, in addition to mandating reforestation around low-lying, flood-prone areas. Keeping drains and rivers clear of pollution. To ensure pollution doesn't reduce the carrying capacity of rivers and drains, we need to ensure polluters are heavily fined, and pollutants are immediately cleared to ensure there aren't any impediments to water flow in drains and rivers. Simple, custom-designed surveillance and Internet of Things modules could come in handy here. These IoT modules can be installed at designated spots along the river to monitor the area. They can consist of a pollution detection sensor, a camera, a microcontroller, a transmitter, and a rechargeable lithium-ion battery, all solar-powered, making them a powerful yet relatively cost-effective way of keeping polluters at bay. Creating floodplains. Areas next to rivers that are prone to overflowing can be converted into floodplains. When these rivers overflow, the excess water can flow into these large floodplains, becoming a sacrificial piece of land and increasing the area's water-carrying capacity. During non-monsoon seasons, this floodplain could serve as water-dense, fertile, agricultural land, on which villagers can grow an array of vegetables. However, to protect the lives of the inhabitants in the area, residents will not be allowed to build houses in the floodplain, and those living there will have to be relocated. In cities, however, parks and green lungs could serve this role. They could be constructed strategically in low-lying areas, so that when a flooding event occurs, water would flow into these parks, flooding them and turning them into temporary floodplains and saving the inhabitants of the city from devastating floods. Permeable pavements and surfaces. Flooding is further exacerbated by the mostly impermeable surfaces populating today's concrete jungles. Today's cities only allow around 15% of water to seep through them, while natural ground cover allows more than triple this at around 50%. This is where permeable surfaces can be a game changer. Large parking lots, pavements, and sidewalks could be constructed using permeable, highly porous materials that allow water to seep through its surface and become a groundwater or drain into drainage systems. In fact, such a solution, developed by chemical company BASF as Elastopave, has already been implemented in Thailand, South Korea, and Germany. Malaysia would be wise to follow in their footsteps. This would be an ideal solution for concrete jungles such as Kuala Lumpur, Penang, and Johor Bahru. After decades of spending billions on cleaning up after floods and loss of life and damage to property, it is time the government spent a substantial sum to completely eradicate the problem, or at least reduce it to an insignificant level, through these and other practical approaches.